Hi, Margaret. I was late. The alarm beat me tonight. That's because I was getting Hal's shot together. Now that he's on insulin, I have to give it to him twice a day. So, hope everybody's doing good. Hope you're good, Margaret. Um, Before I get started, I just want to let you know that what I'm going to do is the past 2 weeks of mystery card, I'm going to gather up all the names of whoever posted a card, and I will pick a random winner from the past 2 weeks. And then hopefully this week we'll have more, at least five, and we'll pick a winner for this week. So I am using the Thoughtful Journey suite. It's a suite collection. Has beautiful designer series paper that I'm not using tonight, but I am going to use the Thoughtful Wishes stamp set. Okay. Now, if you remember, I had posted my Thoughtful Wishes craft box for this month. And then I have this cute little hand sanitizer. And, oh, one of my ribbons fell off. And I will be including a Bath and Body Works hand sanitizer with this month's craft box. So and it's going to match the paper. So that is my gift to everyone who joins the craft box. Hey, Karen. Hey, Dew. You're a little late. I was a little late too. So here's the Thoughtful Wishes. And tonight I decided to use the new in color Shy Shamrock. All right. It's really a pretty color. So I did not print out the list of measurements, but that's okay. We are going to start out with and I'm choosing basic white as my card base, and the Shy Shamrock for my cardstock. Oh, good. That would be really good. And this is the in color designer series paper. Okay. So you need a card base that is 8.5 by 5.5. Okay. And you're going to score it at, let me just see here, 2 1/8. Okay. So here's the 2 1/8. So all that's doing is dividing your front piece in half, and then 4 1/4. All right. So there, and our card is going to be, and I should have said that, landscape. Then I told you to get 2 pieces of coordinating cardstock that measure, and I'm going to just check the measurement again, 2 by 5 3/8. Okay. And then 2 pieces of designer series paper that's 5 1/4 by 1 7/8. And I don't know what side I'm going to use yet. And then another piece of coordinating cardstock that's 2 1/4 by 3 1/2. And then a basic white 3 3/8 by 2 1/8. And then for the inside, 5 3/8 by 4 1/8, 5 1/4 by 4. Okay. And then I think I mentioned just to have a piece of basic white scrap so you can stamp and die cut or punch your image. All right. So let's pull in our card base. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take these 2 rectangle pieces of cardstock, and hopefully I might have to open a new glue. We are going to, and I never put the cap back on, so everybody knows that oh, and you know what? I forgot my inside piece. I'm gonna have to look to see what I wanted for the inside. Let me just quick take a look. I cut everything and I forgot all about that inside, and my phone is just about ready to die. All right, basic white, 5 1/4 by 1. Okay, I'm gonna have to cut that. I forgot that piece. All right, so let's add some glue. And of course, I'm sure you know that these pieces are going to fit inside these rectangles on the front of our card. I just want to make sure it is on here centered. We were just watching, we don't have regular TV, we stream, and we follow this guy, he's a nut, on YouTube. When there's breaking news or something going on in the world, he always goes live. And he is, and I thought about you, talking about the riots that are happening in New York City right now, about a block away from Central Park. Yes, I am going to the meeting after our video because I am doing a presentation. So I have to go. Okay, let me just cut this designer series paper quick. And I'm going to use the stripes. And what did I say it was? 5 1/4 by 1. All right, so give me 1 second here, so at least I have it done. So yes, Drew, I am going to the meeting because, like I said, I am doing a presentation, so I have no choice. Ah. Okay, so now that we have our 2 pieces on the front, we can grab our designer series paper. And I can actually do either, I think I'm going to do the lighter of the 2. And we're going to just take these now, our designer series paper. And if you missed the beginning of the video, what I'm going to do is, and I didn't do it yet, because I was getting ready for my presentation for our meeting, but I am going to go back and see who posted their cards the last 2 weeks, and I will pick someone as the random winner from the last 2 weeks, hoping that this week we get 5 people to post, and then I will pick a winner out of a random winner out of this week. All right, I think that's how I'm going to do it. All right. So there's the front of our card. That designer series paper is pretty, isn't it? Yes. Actually, tonight the riot is not at Columbia. It is on Madison and 83rd. There is some sort of gala happening, and they are protesting at the gala. That's where they are. All right. So now that we have that, let's pull in our matte piece that is the 2 1/4 by 3 1/2, and our basic white That is 2 1/8 by 3 3/8. Okay. And we are going to stamp a sentiment. Now, I am also going to stamp this piece right here and die cut it. And excuse me. And I am going to lay it across the front of this and put a bow. So I'm going to add my sentiment right up here on this piece of paper. And I'm going to grab the thanks. Let's see. And I have not stamped with it yet. So if you weren't here when I had done this the last time, a nice new easy way to add the stickers to the sentiments. Okay, so I'm going to grab a block and I am actually going to pull the sticker completely off our sheet of paper. Okay, and I'm going to take it and I'm going to adhere it to our block. And very carefully, I'm going to take off the paper backing without ruining my sticker. All right. And then here's our thanks. Let's get that out of the way. So we're going to make sure we put it down the proper way. Here's our sticker. We're going to turn the block. And I'm going to stand so I can get this straight. We're going to line the sticker up with the back of the stamp and press down. All right. So now when it should be on here pretty good. Not bad. I missed it a little bit. But it's an easy way to put your stickers on. And I'm just going to make sure it's on here. Yep, that looks good. All right, so it says thanks. And I am going to stamp this right at the top. Just like that. All right. We're going to keep our stamp pad open. I'm going to move that over. And I'm going to pull out the stamp with the flowers. This one here. And again, I'm using this Shy Shamrock ink pad. Oh, that one's too thin. Let's get the bigger one. All right, so we're going to ink it up. Is it going to fit? Yep. And we can stamp our image. The Met Gala. Yes, you are correct, Karen. That is it. Hey, Kathy. How are you? All right. So here's our image. And then while I'm at it, I am going to grab... Oh, what am I going to grab? I'm looking to see if I have a different sentiment. I wanted to, okay, let me just see what I'm going to do. I have to see if I have another sentiment here, because I need it for the inside. All right, so I'm just going to grab some washi tape, and we're going to line this stamp up. Did you ever notice that sometimes there's little holes in the solid piece of your die? That is so you can see your ink through and it lines up nice and straight. left to right. All right. So let's run this through really quick. All right, so there's our image. And I want to keep this scrap piece of paper because I want to just grab a smaller stamp. And I'm going to grab this little one here. It just says love. So we can have thanks and then love. So I'm just going to stamp love. Woo! And the reason I'm doing that is for the inside of the card. All right, so here's our layer, okay? At this point in time, if you want, you can emboss this just to give it a little bit of texture. But I am just going to add some glue and glue this to the matte layer. Oops. Hey, Sheila. How are you? Didn't even see you come in. I was going to ask where you were, and don't go nowhere tonight, just in case. All right. I'm going to grab my Shy Shamrock ribbon. I think this is Shy Shamrock. Yep. I'm not sure where oh, there it is. All right. So I forgot to order new scissors. So I'm still using my Sheba scissors. A little stinker. She gets in so much trouble some days. She wants to be right there in the middle of it all. Just so you know, while I'm thinking about it, today, if you go to my blog, I posted I think it's 3, it might be 2 different blog posts that, oh, look, I just got ink, that shows all the designer series paper that is in the new annual catalog. I know, because I had trouble too. It's very difficult to figure out anything about the designer series paper. Oh, well, welcome home, Sheila. And I know it's a little difficult with the new catalog and looking for designer series paper, but I did post and have images of all the new designer series paper that is in the annual catalog. So if you get a chance and you're interested in seeing all the papers, you can head over to my blog. I did the same thing with the online exclusives. If you're not aware, there are products that are online that you will not find in any of the catalogs. And I also have those listed on my blog. All right, so we're going to lay this down right onto this little piece. And then I'm going to grab my glue dots. And I am going to add my ribbon right here at the bottom. Just like this. Poof it up a little bit. All right. So now we can bring in our card base. Now you'll notice that there is a fold. So you want to center this on the front of your card, but you want to only add adhesive to the bottom half. All right. So I am going to add my glue just to the bottom half, and just to be on the safe side, I'm going to fold this and I am going to lay this in, and you'll be able to tell if it is halfway or not. So I'm just going to eyeball it. All right. Make sure that there's no glue showing. And then when you close the card up, it should be about halfway. And I'm just going to scoot it up just a hair. Is it straight? Let me just make sure. There we go. Perfect. I'm just going to hold that down. Let's puff up that little ribbon. Right? And if you want to add embellishments, you can add embellishments right now. So let's move that out of the way and pull in the inside of our card. And I am going to grab that piece of, I know I cut one, the designer series paper that I thought I cut. I know I did. Should be right here. Unless it fell. Nope. Polito, what did I do with it? It was right here on my desk. Alright, we're going to cut a new one. Jiminy Christmas. Alright, so I think I said, did I say a ½ inch or an inch? Let's just recheck it here. Mystery card. 5 1/4 by 1. I cannot believe I don't know what I did with it. All right. So you need 5 1/4 by 1. Okay. And we are going to add this to the bottom of this layer. And I'm going to line it up. Oh, you know what? This might be in the wrong color. Oh, well. I might have grabbed the Summer Splash. That's what it looks like. Oh, well. They're so close. These two colors are so close. And you'll see the difference when I do this. So I'm using the double oval punch. We know it's already been retired, but you see it is different a little bit. They're very close, but they're different. And we are going to take this and add some glue, and we're going to lay it in the center of the card. So if you do have the designer series paper, just be careful that you pick the right color, because that one is not right. And then I am going to punch out the love, and this one I am going to pop up onto that scalloped oval, just like this. Let's make sure it's on there and it's centered. That's not centered. All right, and then we can pull in our mat. Yeah, so be careful. The Summer Splash and the Shy Shamrock are very, very close in color. So you really have to look at it closely and not like I did. All right, so here's the inside of our card. And we can add our glue and add this to the center of our card. And there is the end result. All right. I don't know if you noticed, but I also today started 2 membership clubs, and that is also on my blog. If you go to my business page, there is a link that will take you right to it. And it's great for just hobby crafters, demonstrators, and it's available to everyone. So you may want to check it out. Thanks, Linda. So there is tonight's card. So remember, if you create this card, post it in the group. I will pick a random winner later tonight and get your cards posted. And I will pick another random winner next week. Yeah, the green is pretty, isn't it? It's just so clean looking. But it's very pretty new in color. So hit that like button on your way out. It helps with the algorithm, and YouTube gets, shows that people are liking it. Thanks, Sheila. And I will see everybody on Thursday, but I'll be popping into the group over the next couple days. You're welcome, Karen. Have a great night, everybody. And if there's bad weather headed your way, stay safe. And I'll talk to everybody soon. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye. Thanks, Kat.